This is it now. Are you ready, Aquarius? This is going for it. This is taking control. And I get it, a lot of Aquarians have not felt in control. It's almost been like you've been trying to kind of grasp at straws, grasp at things, trying to get a footing, and you just keep slipping. Or, it's just not, you've not had that traction there to kind of get anything done. Changing this week. So we have the Chariot coming up. But how do we get the Chariot to go? Balancing head and heart. And have a look at them. They're like wild stallions here. So you got a bit of a job on trying to control these two, but that Chariot is going. That Chariot is going. So you balance your head and your heart and you go for it. This is a victory card, right? But it's victory through our own determination and efforts. What is it that you want? Now, for some of you, it's going to be you're at a place where you're trying to figure out a destination. You don't even know where you want the Chariot to go. We don't even have a destination in mind yet. So it's like, well, yeah, great, I've got a Chariot, but where am I going to take it? Some of you are in that Chariot and you've been trying to get those horses to kind of point towards the direction for a while now. Others of you, you've got it. You're balancing your head and your heart and you're kind of going for it. You're really going for it. But it takes control, guys. Like, that's the whole point, because you are the charioteer. You're the charioteer. And you can see he's holding, well, you probably can't see because it's probably not clear, but he's holding onto the reins, trying to control the horses. And one of them, the head and the heart, what does that mean? One of them is the planning aspect. One of them is the action aspect. So you have the kind of inner work done and you have the outer work done. You have the two that balance, they work together. So that's how I always see them. So I just saw someone said that they're so sick of the Hanged Man and Hermit energy. Well, this is very similar to, it's kind of temperance energy. It's patience, right? But it's difference to this. When the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Coins here shows up, it's the focus. This is where we look around and think, okay, with how much effort and stuff that I've done, what I've put into everything now, what am I getting back? And she looks pretty happy in this deck. Usually in the Seven of Pentacles, the guy looks frustrated and bored. This is where you figure out, and it is patience. The Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles says sustained effort will bring you the results. It will, but I think this is the week where you kind of re-establish that you're going in the right direction, re-establish what your dreams are, what your goals are, the action that you're taking. And you can tell that not by guessing, not by seeing how you feel, not by your thoughts, none of that, but actually looking at what you're getting back, the physical reality. What is the physical reality? Right? Some of you have been working all this time trying to grow an apple tree, and what you've got are, I don't know, bloody oranges or something. Are you happy with the oranges, or are you like, no, I'm going to go back to apples? Or, it might be that, you know what, I never really liked apples that much anyway. Oranges are much better. So it's that kind of energy. This is sevens for me. We always reevaluate. This is your opportunity now to kind of tweak it if you have to, change it a little bit, but see, okay, well, where am I? What am I getting back? Someone's saying, what if I literally dealing with a Cancer? Well, that's your person then. But remember this. Your reading, it's your reading. It's the energy, whether you're the Aquarian or not. Even if you've just hopped on and you don't even know an Aquarian, something in there, some message is for you. The message is always for the person viewing it, which is why I always try to focus on the person. I try to talk to you, whoever's watching this. But it's a general reading, so it can go both ways. That means for some of you, it's to help you understand what's happening in a situation, what your truth is, establish that. If you're I don't care if you're dealing with a Cancer, a Leo, whatever, right? They're going to be more than just a Cancer anyway. You're more than an Aquarius. So please don't get hung up on the signs and stuff. I don't do that. I always say the signs don't own the cards. Yeah, you can only express from a place of authenticity and truth. Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles is saying to you, is this working for you? What are you getting from this? For how much effort and energy you're putting into this, what are you getting back? Is it enough? Is it what you wanted? If it is, keep going. Great. Now, for some of you, I'm going to say this. You got the Five of Pentacles in the past. The fact that you're getting anything at all is a big thing now. It's a big deal for you. The fact that anything's coming in. Because with the Five of Pentacles, this is rejection. This is feeling left out in the cold. This is struggling. This is that poverty card. And what I'm getting from this is it's struggle. It is struggle, pure struggle coming through. That's where you've come from. Where you might not have had enough money, you might not have had any support. It's the poverty card, right? It's the lack. I don't have enough of whatever it is. But I want you to look at this, right? Think about with the Chariot coming in. If that's financial poverty or emotional poverty, whatever, everything feels balanced now. I think about this, guys. Your reading is being bookended by two cards that talk about balance. It's balance. And it's taken you that long to get to this place of, you know, we're always going to change. Next week, you might have something else going on. And that might be different from the month after. But you've not felt kind of in a place where you were balanced or able to kind of deal with someone else to balance something. There's been a lot of this. Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I getting back? That kind of energy. And some people might call that selfish. Some people might say that's good. Take a moment, figure out where you are. You cannot give anything to anyone else until you know what you have to give. And some of you with this, have a look. You've either been asking the wrong people for help, that they don't have anything to give you. You've been asking people to love you that they can't love you or give you support or stability, which they didn't have to give. So a lot of you had to do that for yourself now. You know, that's where the 7 of coins comes in. You built that for yourself. But that doesn't mean, I mean, you can go think about it. If you're in that situation where you had your hand out, you needed help and there was no one to help you, it can turn you nasty where you think, well, screw everyone. I'm never going to help anyone ever again, which is not the way that I would recommend. Just because other people behave in a not great way, why would you let it change who you are? They win, right? If it changes who you are. And in a way, we have to go through this. When we struggle like this, it makes us stronger. It makes us stronger. So remember this, guys. Remember this. All right, guys. So where does this lead now? Where does it lead with all of this? And I love this because, sorry, guys, I know some people haven't, that have been through this. It's not fun. I've been here. Aquarius sun. I know exactly what this is. But what it does is it forces you to get real about you, get real about where you are. And when you have nothing, think about it. You have no money, you have nothing. You get creative in the experiences that you have. And that's the Knight of Wands coming up here. Now, I want you to think about this, Aquarius. One thing that this week, if nothing else resonates with you, I can tell you one thing about this week with this energy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's so quick. It's like, let's do something. Let's go somewhere. I'm just going to, you know, it's not just running barefoot in the grass kind of feeling that I don't want to be out there. I just want to be moving. I've been stuck for so long. I just want to move. I just want to move. And think about it, you know, the Hermit, the Hangman, all of this energy has been coming up so much for Aquarius. The balance to that is going to be action now, right? If there's been a kind of inertia and boredom and nothing happening, now action is kind of going to balance that out. But with the Knight of Wands, remember this, the Knight of Wands is very much in the moment. He doesn't care about guarantees. He doesn't care about how things are going to work out. So if your questions are still about, will this happen? Or is this going to work out? Is this going to, you know, all of that kind of stuff. That's not here. And you're personifying the energy of the Knight of Wands. And those of you that know me, I love the Knight of Wands. That's my spirit animal. I think true freedom came to me from understanding the Knight of Wands. He's in it for the experience. It's Sagittarius energy. It's that energy of, well, it doesn't matter where I go. I know that I'm balanced. I know that I'm good. I'm just going to go there. Anything has to be better than this. Any new experience. Let's go meet some new people. Let's go take on some new projects. Let's go date some new people. You know, that it's passion, it's creativity, it's all of this. But first you get back your sense of fun, Aquarius. That's the thing here. Fun. I know. Do I need to kind of reintroduce some people to this concept of fun? I get it. Things have not been fun. And some of you might not even remember. You might not even remember what fun felt like. But that's what this is. Knight of Wands in the present. Let's go have some fun. Let's just go. You know? And the thing is with this, you know, if it was the Knight of Pentacles there, that would be like, do we have the toothbrushes? Do we have the passports? Are we packed? Knight of Wands is like, oh yeah, we're leaving at 6 a.m. Yeah, cool. I'll be there. That's that. But don't you have work? Don't worry about it. The Knight of Wands is like, well, I'm not passing up on this. I'm not passing up on this great experience. And it is about that. So don't focus on, I get it. You know, there's bigger stuff going on. The Chariot talks about that. But where you need to be right now is to regain that sense of fun, that life is here to be enjoyed, that you're here on an adventure. It's a new adventure coming in. But we need to know what excites us to be able to tap into this, right? Start off small if you have to. When was the last time you went and had a drink with your friends? I mean, if you drink, right? Or went and just hung out, went and just did something for the fun of it. Whatever it is, in whichever way. But you do it for the experience of how it makes you feel. And a lot of people don't know how things make them feel because they just do things that they should. They should do this and they should do that. The Knight of Wands doesn't understand should. He doesn't know should. He just knows this is great. I'm getting something out of this experience. This sucks. What's next? Let's go somewhere else. I'm done with this place. Now, after you do that, get back in your own energy. What we have, where does that lead? That leads to the Two of Cups. That leads to the Two of Cups, which is a connection, right? Now, let's talk about the Two of Cups. And if you guys watch my reading, I think it was in October or maybe September, I don't know. But, you know, it was back, and Aquarius got the Two of Cups then as well. And what most people don't understand about the Two of Cups is your cup is matched. Your cup is matched in the Two of Cups. So whatever is in your cup, that's what you're going to find mirrored back. Now, some of you going through the Knight of Wands energy, I get it. It's to do with support. It's to do with connection here. For some of you, that's going to be love and romance. For some of you, that's going to be a friend to pal around with. For some of you, it's like, well, let's start this business together. Let's start this project together. I kind of feel that's what you're going to find is lacking here. I've done this. I'm seeing some returns. It'd be nice to share this with someone. That's what I'm getting here. Because you haven't been sharing anything with anyone. Or no one's shared anything with you. That's the thing of the Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins here. So Two of Cups. It's the Ace of Cups and then the Two of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is what is in your cup. Too many people try to go out there with an empty cup thinking someone else will fill it. They're not going to fill it. What you will do when they match your cup is find that their cup is equally empty. So you're both actually just starving each other more, not actually giving each other anything. So that's why it's so important to know what's in your cup. And that's why it's amazing the Knight of Wands comes in. Get your sense of passion and fun and creativity and energy back. And you're going to find someone to pal around with, Aquarius. Whether that's romantically, whether that's a friend, whatever, that's what comes in. But this is not about that. The focus, I don't want you guys to focus on, oh, I'm going to go bar hopping to find my Two of Cups. You go like the Knight of Wands, which he goes for himself because he enjoys it. This is about enjoyment. It's about his own experience. And think about it. You get further like that. The Chariot's here about moving forward, right? You move forward by knowing what your experience is. Once you have that experience, you know what you enjoy. This can come out of nowhere. Trust me. When you're Knight of Wandsing it, you're not going to be expecting the Two of Cups. But for some of you, you've been waiting for this connection. And that was the missing piece. The missing piece is, for those of you that have wanted a friend, a lover, or whatever, you wanted it because you had nothing. And you thought this person could give you self-worth or give you some meaning. It's when you get that enjoyment of life yourself, that's when this person comes in. But yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, some of you put a lot of work into this. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this connection for some of you. But it's whatever it comes in. Now, what's your advice? The advice is justice. Justice. I'm going to say this to you guys with justice coming up. Justice can mean so many different things, but it is, first of all, balance, right? It's balance. So what was above it? This is very imbalanced. Fives, agents of chaos. It feels very intense when that energy comes in. So you've had a feeling of lack. What now? Do you have a feeling of abundance? Whether your bank statement has changed, whether the people in your life have changed. And I know this kind of change. It happened to me the first half of this year. January, I wasn't very happy with anything. July, I was over the moon, ecstatic, and nothing had changed in my life. Just how my experience had changed, of how I experienced life had changed. But with justice coming up, this is that balancing those karmic scales. So where there was lack now, it's balancing it out, right? Balancing it out. Have that sense of abundance. I know that can be difficult when, you know, you're counting pennies and stuff, but it doesn't say that, guys. This is so kind of, it's in your energy. It's knowing I can go anywhere. I can do anything. Not being defined by what your outer circumstances are. That's very big here. Justice it's one of the soulmate cards. We have two soulmate cards coming up here. Remember, soulmates come in every walk of life, guys. There can be that kind of obnoxious person who reminds you how wonderful you are yourself. So it was reminders of that. This, I kind of get the sense, and I don't know why it's coming up that way, but it's coming through very loud and clear. A debt repaid with this energy, a debt repaid. So maybe now you're able to repay something. This is making amends. This is fairness and balance on all sides. And now it might be for some of you that you're being asked to be fair. If you were treated not so well in the past, right? Don't let that make you be cruel. I mean, I can't stop you. I hear it all the time. I see some nasty comments from people, the ills that they want to befall their exes. And I don't care what your ex did. Why do you want to stoop to that level? Why do you want to stoop to that level? So these are debts repaid. Now, if this is work, right, immediately people turn the Two of Cups into a relate. It doesn't have to be. This can be, you find the support to further this, to go for your financial gains, to go for that work thing, whatever it is, whatever this is, whether this is directly to do with a relationship or whether it's, you know, someone's got your back now and it helps you to go further and faster and to get more out of your experience. That's what's coming in. It's the support aspect that's important. Lack of support. But there's a balance here. Some of you might need to forgive with the Justice card coming out, see things from both sides. And it's interesting because didn't Capricorn get the Two of Swords there? So it's kind of that similar kind of energy, seeing it from both sides. But it's liberating. It frees you. And the truth is the truth is the truth with justice. Sometimes we think an injustice has happened, but the other person might feel exactly the same way. That, you know, we might think you didn't help me when I needed you. And the other person's like, well, how could I? I was bloody down in the dirt myself. They didn't have anything to give. But the Knight of Wands, if you take nothing else from this, take the Knight of Wands. That energy, that connecting, reconnecting with your sense of passion is going to be key here.